Okay, so today I decided that what might be kind of fun is going and looking at this website I just heard about today called Pleated Jeans. There's a lot of I guess, interesting stories, funny stories, different things like that. So I figured we could check it out and see what's going on Pleated Jeans. So I picked the first different stories that we came across, and they're all from different types of categories. So that way we can kind of see if Pleated Jeans really that cool of a website. So the first one is 20 life hacks from people stand by their effectiveness. Which that sentence, now that I'm reading that, does not make any sense. That threw me for a loop. Okay, so yeah, here, I swear this works. 20 life hacks from people stand by their effectiveness. So I guess these are 20 things of people who say these things work. Put 1 or 2 dry towels in the dryer with your washed wet clothes. It helps them dry faster and is less strain on your dryer. So I've done this with really nice clothes and maybe got a little wrinkly and I don't have an iron, so I've thrown them in there, and that has actually helped with getting the wrinkles out of those really nice clothes. I didn't notice that it dried everything quicker though, so I might have to try that one. Put a slice of bread in your container of cookies that were overbaked or starting to go on sale. The moisture from the bread softens the cookies. Who puts cookies in a container? Maybe it's because we, eat them a lot faster than I guess you normally would with a container. But so we just open up, it's usually Oreos, open up that Oreo or Chips Ahoy bag and eat a few of them and then close that back up. So I don't know if that would work. I don't know that I will try that one though. Wrap your lettuce in foil. It will last longer. Also, putting your fruits like strawberries in glass bowls or jars will make them last longer in the fridge. So I don't know about the lettuce in foil. I know if you wrap lettuce in towels, if you do towels and wrap them in that and then put them in the fridge, they do last a lot longer, which is crazy. So I might have to try the foil thing because that would be really interesting to see. I also don't really honestly get lettuce that often. I get it in pre-made salad bags. So I hardly get heads of lettuce, but I'll have to try that next time and see if that works. What do you guys think? Have you tried this? It sounds like this might actually be a really good idea. To eliminate fruit flies, make sure all of your dishes are done. The sink drains are clean, the garbage is taken out as well, all the food put away, no potatoes put out. Okay, well this seems this seems kind of obvious in my opinion. So fruit flies, among any flies or gnats and different things like that, if you keep a clean kitchen, I don't ever see them. One of my biggest pet peeves is a sink that's got a lot of dishes in it. So to me, this just makes a lot of sense that you would just, if you keep a clean kitchen, you wouldn't see fruit flies. So I don't really think this is a tip. Homemade wasp spray is water and dish liquid in a spray bottle. Oh. The soap sticks to them, preventing them from flying and eventually suffocates them, since they breathe through their exoskeletons. No harsh or toxic chemicals deal with. I am going to have to try that. That sounds actually really cool. I know there's a very cool thing for weeds. If you kill to kill weeds, I think it's water and dish soap, and I think you add vinegar, if I'm not mistaken. It kills weeds really, really quickly. The problem is it kills everything, so you have to just target it on the weed in your yard. But this might work really well. To get into the habit of flossing, floss first and then brush your teeth. I mean, maybe that would work. I don't know. I always floss before I brush my teeth, so do people floss after they brush teeth? I guess that's a little interesting, because if you brush your teeth are all clean, right? But in between your teeth are all pretty dirty. So then if you floss it, then you got all that gross back in your mouth. I feel like that's kind of icky. So I don't know. Maybe brushing first and then flossing is counterintuitive. But I've always flossed beforehand. I'm curious if what other people do. That makes me wonder. I'm a teacher of over 25 years. The 5-4-3-2-1 trick with emotionally distraught children who were struggling to deal with big emotions was revelation. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell. I differ on the 1 thing. It's normally 1 thing you can taste, but I go with 1 thing you can feel, which usually gets them to share their overriding emotion. That's kind of cool. I mean, I could see it. A lot of kids, like, their emotions are so big. So maybe this actually would be really helpful. I might have to try that one and see what that might kind of calm them and make them focus on other things. I'm not sure. So that would be a really, really good thing to try. I am not reading this. This is incredibly long. I think that one is really you're just distracting them from what their emotions are to what you want them to think. So I could see that working. That's pretty cool. Setting a short timer, 15 to 20 minutes, to do all of the small tasks I've been putting off. Answering some emails, doing some cleaning, self-care, whatever it is, I tell myself I'll do it for the duration of the timer and then be done with it for the day. Inevitably, every task only takes a few minutes, and I can knock several out by going through it quickly. I guess this is helpful for if you're really busy, which we all are, but if you're really busy, maybe this is like, I really wanted to focus on doing something. I really need to get this done. I can get it done in about 15-20 minutes. You set that and you only focus on that one thing. I could see this working really well. That's kind of a good idea. I've never actually set a timer to it, but I think that might work. I'm going to do that next time that I start doing some stuff. Store marshmallows in the fridge to keep them from getting hard. Store honey on top of the fridge. The heat keeps it from crystallizing. We never keep marshmallows in the house, so I'm not I don't know, that might work. I feel like wouldn't that make them get hard though if they're in the fridge? The honey on top of the fridge, it doesn't get warm on top of the fridge though, so wouldn't it just be the same as like putting it on the shelf? I keep my honey in on a shelf with what's that called? Cabinet. I keep it in a cabinet, so maybe that's why I've never had it crystallized before, but maybe that's another option of it. I don't know about the marshmallows though. That's interesting. A glass bottle wrapped in damp paper towels will chill to a lovely drinking temp within 15 minutes in the freezer. Remember sanitizer. Okay, so I haven't actually done this, but I have thought every time that I stick something in the freezer and I'm like, oh, it'll be just a couple minutes, and then it'll be nice and cold and I can get it out. I always forget about it, and then I come back to being exploded all over the freezer. I could see this working. The problem is I would have to definitely set a timer for it, or I will forget, and then I'd come back to a ridiculous mess. Yeah, that might work. To expand your counter space when cooking, place your cutting boards on an open drawer. An old trick my mom taught me as a young kid that I swear by. So that would be really cool if you had enough space in your kitchen to be able to do that. All the houses that I've lived in, owned, they don't have enough drawer space and things to do that, but that would be really, really cool. There was this one house I lived a long time ago. I think it was like 20, but it had its own cutting board it was just like a drawer, and you pulled it out and you could just cut on it and stuff like that. The only problem is really hard to take out because that's what it was. The cutting board was just part of it was like its own drawer. So you just pulled out the cutting board and used it, but to clean it was a pain in the ass. You had to soap while it was, you just pulled it all the way out and then you had to soap and water it and try to, and there's a lot of worried about what you cut on there. I would only use it for produce, but on the other hand, I didn't own the house, so you never know what anybody else was cooking on there. So it's probably riddled with germs and stuff. It wasn't probably the best thing for me to be using, but hey, I'm still here. That would be a really cool trick if I had enough drawer space, which I don't. So I won't be able to try this one. Grate cold butter to soften it straight out of the fridge. Grate cold butter. They must be talking about butter sticks. I don't use butter sticks. I use the tubs of stuff. I guess I kind of grate it with so I use this Kerrygold brand, which is the best butter I've ever had in my life. It's Irish butter, but I kind of grate it with a knife, and it's like a thin, very, very thin pieces of it that I can put on top of toast or whatever, and then you can spread it really quickly. I guess that might work. It probably does. I don't know. I won't try that though because I don't have butter sticks. Eat a spoonful of peanut butter to get rid of hiccups. What? That, I mean, okay, so there's so, I'm sure everybody's got a cure for hiccups. Mine for the longest time was sticking a spoon in a cup of water and then you drink with a spoon in the cup of water. You drink as long as you can without taking a breath. I don't think that the spoon actually has anything to do with it. I think what you're just drinking it until you run out of breath. It still doesn't work for me anyway. I've tried all sorts of ridiculous ways. I feel like peanut butter would be the same kind of a concept as far as you would just try to get it. I guess maybe because it's so thick. I don't really know. I'll try it. I don't see how that would work personally. They never work for me. I have yet to find one. I've tried like 20 things. This one looks really long, so I'm going to skim it. My only party trick is something I learned from Human Anatomy 101. Okay, do tell. Try to touch your toes and see how far you can get. Next, grab any fat round marker, small rigid ball, basically anything that is hard but can roll back and forth. Put it under one of your bare feet while standing. Rub the sole of your foot vigorously back and forth on the hard rolly thing for a minute, or as long as you can. Then try touching your toes again. You should get a lot lower. What? So if you massage the fuck out of those areas, you can gain some flexibility in other areas of your whole body. So that was a lot of steps. There's a lot of steps. I will definitely try this. I'll try this and see if that's something that works. I'm going to have to read that like 20 times before I do it though. Okay, if you have ADHD and stuff to do when you get home, don't take your shoes off. I don't have ADHD, but maybe that would be helpful. I don't know. I recently got a cleaning app for the housework. It's really helpful and motivating. I'm getting more done and I feel less overwhelmed by now. I don't really think this is a life hack. In my opinion, this is just, it doesn't even need to be on this list. It's just saying, hey, I got an app to clean. So that one doesn't count. To keep grilled cheese sandwiches from getting soggy, put 2 layers of paper towel on the plate first. You can serve the sandwich while it's fresh and hot, but the bottom doesn't get soggy from condensation. Might have to try this. So there's a few things I was able to do to keep it from getting soggy, and I use mayo on the outside of it for whatever that crisps it up a lot more. And then when it's done, I like to put it on those cookie trays. All that air goes through it, and it only has to be on there for like a minute or two. It's still nice and hot, gooey, but it keeps both sides crispy. I will try that next time I make it. I make grilled cheese maybe once a year though, so put a wooden spoon on top of the pan of boiling water to prevent it from overflowing. Put a silver spoon in a cup before you pour soda into it to stop from overflowing. Interesting. I've never thought about or heard of either of these things. I'm definitely going to have to try that. Put a wooden spoon on top of a pan. I have a wooden spoon, so we'll try that. But put a silver spoon in a cup. Like pure silver? What kind of like this? I don't have any silver spoons. I think all of them are. What are spoons made out of? Zinc? Copper? I don't know. Shows you what I know. But interesting. I wonder if that works for beer. That's the test. Check and see if you could pour a nice cup of beer over it. When the lid is too tight on a jar, you can hit the lid side with the bottom of the spoon, striking it right in the, yes, so this does work. You can do it with a fork, a spoon, or a knife. I hit the top of it and I go move it around and hit the top of it in a circle and it pops open. I'd say probably 95% of the time. Some of them are a bit tight and I still have to try to get somebody to manhandle it, but for the most part, that is true. That one does work. Okay, the last one, you can stop a sneeze by gently caressing the roof of your mouth with your tongue. Okay, I've never tried that. I've tried numerous ways of doing it. The only way I know to do it is to press right here and then it, not like hard, but enough where you get a little bit of pressure and the sneeze goes away, which works pretty well. Most of the time I forget and I'm doing something silly like trying to look up and trying to hold my nose shut like this, and I'll have to try this though. So the next one I picked was 43 ugly designs. Okay, so number one, That's pretty ugly. That would be super cool if it was like a big bowl, like a really big like glass bowl or something. That's ugly. That's pretty ugly. It even has like a lip up here, so it's like intentionally made like that. I do not like that. That's icky. And what is this back here? It looks like ugh, gross. Oh, okay. Those are really creepy. I don't like those. Those are very ugly. They're funny. They're very funny, but they're I like this one's more focused on the face. The one on the left. Um, these are so stupid. They don't even look like they're sunglasses. I don't understand what he's wearing. Okay, so these are kind of rad. These are kind of rad. I think those are cool. I would wear those. These little handles are a little interesting. That that is so gross. I would. I think that actually would be really funny to wear. Oh man, can you imagine going to the beach and showing up with that? That's. I want to see the back. I wonder if you could see a butthole. That's so icky. Uh, that's just silly. I mean, it looks comfy, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about it. It might be comfy. I don't like it though. That's a silly one. So I saw this picture at the beginning, and I don't think this is bad actually. It would be nice if you got rid of the like it looks like they actually made like rock things that go up, you know, to make it look more rocky or whatever, so you get that texture feel. But I think it would look cooler if you didn't have that, and it just looked like water flowing down the steps. Because this part to me is it's very cool. I like it. Okay, was that supposed to be AirPod holder? Yes. Oh my goodness. What's in it? So what are these then? Because I know these are supposed to be the AirPods, but here he's putting in computer and there's no AirPod. Oh, the indentation's right there. Maybe it's like a two-fold thing. Like you open up a fake hatch and you see the AirPods, and then you pull up the real hatch and you can like put some. I don't really know. I don't even know. I don't like it. Okay, that's silly. Oh, onion. Um, it's a butt car. I want to see the front of this car so bad. Yeah, because you got a butt and legs. I wonder if you got like, you know, something naughty going in the front. I don't know. That's pretty funny. Dental bite set. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny. This is awesome. I love this that they tried to make a gun and it turned into that. That's awesome. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. I'm not even nothing even to say about that. That is a washing machine. They just cut that out. That's terrible. That person should be fired, whoever found that. Okay. Anything with Nick Cage's face, I'm in. He's funny. He's a funny dude. I love that they put his face on everything. Well, those look annoying. They kind of look like Peter Pan shoes. I don't really think this is that big of a deal. Okay. I bet he was going to like a parade or something. He had to have. Because nobody just drives around with toast. Making your car a toaster. It looks like these are headphones or noise canceling phones or something. They're kind of cool actually. I think they're kind of rad. I would totally use those. Oh my gosh. Super terrible. I would fire whoever did this. That is terrible. They probably did it themselves. That's funny. Oh, look at Grandpa. That's awesome. And he's got cabbage. I was gonna say this looks more like a purple onion. Well, he rocks that. He should wear that all the time. It's a flower phone. That's kind of cool. I'm into it. This is awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Look at her butt. It's like you're doing something naughty that you shouldn't be doing. But it also looks like she may be doing something naughty. I don't know. That's awesome. Okay, what am I looking at here? The bottom stair. That's silly. Why didn't they put? I am not a fan of carpeted stairs. But why didn't you put carpet on the last stair? Oh, a wicker toilet. Okay, that took some time. That's impressive. They did a good job. Ew. Are these shoes? That's pretty ugly. Okay. That's silly. That's that's pretty that's pretty silly too. It's better than mine. So mine's so standard. That one's got some personality. Okay, this is terrible. What is happening? This is awful. This is really, really awful. Oh, so I have these magnets. These magnets are awesome. I think it's funny that they made them. What was that, switchboard? Ew, that's gross. Looks very agini. Is that a cast? I don't know what am I looking at? I think it's a cast that they built a holder and stuff. That's fake. That has to be. Oh, okay. So some butt pants. You know what would be better if you just cut this out versus it being on plastic. That just seems a little bit silly. Ew. That's just gross. What's wrong with these nails? I think they're actually kind of pretty. I understand they're supposed to look like what, salami? Is that what they're holding? They translate pretty on nails. Okay, that's pretty. Yeah, what's happening to the stairs? I love that they don't even have one variation, but they have this one right here, and then whatever this thing is over here. Those are pretty gross. Free. What is that? I don't even understand what that's supposed to be. What is that? I like how they did free out of duct tape. That's awesome. But I don't understand what this is supposed to be. Is it like a fish or something? A worm? I don't know. Okay, these are pretty ugly too. And I'm really hoping this was in a Goodwill or something because this kind of looks like one. I think these would be great if I saw one in Goodwill. Oh, a VW set. Okay. I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. They did a really bad job. Oh, okay. Inventive. It's a tea kettle helmet. Looks like, you know what? This person just likes to have fun. You know, look at all their fun things they've got right there too. Ooh. That person should also be fired. They apparently thought that was going to look cool, and that does not look cool. That's ridiculous. What? They just filled that with concrete? Imagine if you were in shorts, or even if you were in something like, I don't know why you'd be going down in a thong or something, but you would scrape the crap out of your butt. Oh, that'd be so ouchy. Really enjoyed going through the different things on pleated jeans. Might have to go through it again and maybe have a little bit more different stories, more fun ones that we can come across. But thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.
Ooh, I love that nice video.